Okay. Dakin coming in to Millichan. And Josh has smashed that straight down the ground. It's not lovely shot, but as been indicated before, you know, it's a great shot for 2 runs. The outfield here, very lush. Beautiful ground here at Port Melbourne. Beautiful ground to play cricket on. However, you certainly do earn your runs if you're a batsman who likes to hit it along the carpet.
It certainly makes Matt Dakin's 900 runs here last season in club cricket a big achievement, considering the ground is so slow.
Okay, Dakin coming in again. Millichan. And he's given that an almighty swing to go about 10 metres from the bat. Just dribbles out to short cover.
And it looks like Matt Dakin gave him a few words after that.
A little bit of chin music. Doesn't go astray. And I think Khawaja's got a very, very good field set here for his 2 opening bowlers. He's learnt early, and we're nearly coming to the end of the 4th over. And his field placings, I think, have been spot on so far. There's been some reasonable shots, but they've gone straight to the field.
And that is a big hit. That's gone over mid-on. Once again, not going to make the boundary, and they're going to get safely back for 2. Dakin dropping a bit short. And at the end of the 4th over, the score is 1 for 18.
So again, Western Warriors off to a very, very good start here, Ben. I would think that they'd be quite delighted with proceedings at the moment, and I think that North Albury will be, you know, just questioning a couple of their tactics at the moment. What do you think they can maybe start and do differently, given that Adil's coming on again for his 3rd over?
Yeah, I think some of the North Albury batsmen have forgot about the 1s and 2s, and they're just trying to hit 4s. And as we've said on this ground, it's quite hard to hit 4s, and certainly, you know, yes, when the bad ball's there, hit it away for 4, but don't forget about taking the 1s and 2s.
Agar comes in, and that is a smashing of the stumps and a big, big jump, Brett Lee style, from Agar Adil as he picks up his 1st wicket. And the Western Warriors send North Albury 2 for 18. And that is Costello, another danger man, heading back to the hut. So Western Warriors off to a great start here. A great start as again we see the dancing girls come out and entertain the crowd.
Yeah, and the tactic certainly of bowling around the wicket to the left-hander has worked again. He's tried to run that down a 3rd man off about middle stump there, and Agar Adil has been too fast for him, I think, and cleaned up the stumps.
Yes, it's interesting you say too fast. He's only a very slightly built character, but you know, runs in 100 miles an hour and very whippy action to get it down there at, as you say, a fairly rapid rate of knots. So I think a great bowling move so far by Khawaja and the Western Warriors, keeping these 2 on. They're keeping the runs down, and they're getting a couple of key wickets.
And as we see another left-handed bat come to the crease at number 4, Brendan Simmons, only another young character, only 24. And first ball, he's watchfully playing that down to a straight mid-off.
He's certainly given that the full face and on front foot, and maybe that's something that a few other guys could look at, because he seemed to play his first one with ease compared to some of the other boys.
North Albury do need to consolidate here a bit. They don't want to lose too many more wickets early.
Agar around the wicket to Simmons. Oh, and there's another wicket. That's a 3rd down. He's chopped it back on. Again, Agar's given it the big Brett Lee jump in the air. And I'll tell you what, at 3 for 18. 3 for 18, sorry. The North Albury boys are looking rather shaky. Agar bowling an inspired over here of 2020 in cricket. Getting 2 wickets in 1 over is a fantastic effort, and I don't think he's been scored from this over yet either. So a controlling position now the Western Warriors are in. And that brings young Josh Warren Mamo to the crease, who is also their keeper, 20-year-old. Likes to hit the ball pretty hard, very hard. Another left-hander. Their top order's got quite a few lefties in, which seems to be suiting the Western Warriors attack here, Ben.
Yeah, it certainly is the tactic, as I said previously, bowling around the wicket, aiming at the stumps, not giving them much width to hit the ball through the field has worked really well for both Aga and Dakin. And as I was saying before, North Albury needed to consolidate, and now they're 3 for 18 and in quite a lot of trouble. So they will need to knuckle down here, maybe for the next 5 overs, concentrate on just the ones, not losing too many more wickets.
Yes, the crowd here in front of us, which is pro North Albury, has certainly gone quiet for the first 3 or 4 overs here as wickets have tumbled. As we see Simmons get off the mark there with a late cut for a single. He's probably already off the mark, so that takes him to 2.
And the Jata Rolling Shield is a great competition. It's one of the largest regional 2020 cricket competitions in Australia. Promotes cricket locally, not only in the metropolitan areas, but in the country. As we've seen the North Albury side get through to the final.
And he's out, caught it mid-off. 3 wickets in and over. We'll get back to the Jata Shield shortly, Ben, but 3 wickets in and over is a fantastic effort here from Aga Adil. Bowling good lines, off stump, and that was a very, very short-lived innings. He's with four wickets down and 19 runs on the board, and 5th over in, and North Albury are really looking in a bit of trouble here. Really looking in a bit of trouble. So they're going to need to knuckle down, and someone's going to have to play the backbone of this innings, and I'm just not quite sure who it's going to be at the moment. But full credit to Adil. Agar's bowled great lines at the stumps and just forced a very poor shot there. A very poor shot. So it looks like we have a slight change in the batting order here. From here it looks like veteran North Albury player Rod Barton has made his way out to the crease. He's been around a long time and is a what we term over here a country legend. He's made thousands and thousands of runs and was a very good keeper in his day, and now bowls a bit of leg spin, has taken quite a few wickets as well, and very reliable with the bat. So I think there's the answer to what we were talking about before, Ben, that he's been brought in to steady the ship here.
And at the end of the 5th over, a great over for the Western Warriors. 3 wickets coming from it. It is 4 for 19.
4 for 19, and you mentioned before, Ben, the Jata Rolling Shield and the actual competition and the involvement it brings for the sheer volume of clubs around the state. You know, there's teams playing from Warrnambool, from Shepparton, from Albury, from a lot from metropolitan Melbourne, the Mornington Peninsula. A great competition to actually integrate guys from all around the state to be playing against each other, which I think is, yes, it's in its infancy, but it's certainly gathering momentum. And I think I could see it in a few years' time, sort of being possibly one of the premier 2020 competitions in the state. So it is a great concept, and the sponsors are getting behind it, which obviously is always required for these things to work. And beautiful venue here at Port Melbourne, in pretty much the CBD of Melbourne, to actually play the finals and semi-finals. So the Jata look like they're getting quite a few things right at the moment.
And the key thing is we've seen so many great young cricketers through this competition, and it's good to see that young regional cricket in Australia is very strong, and certainly a lot of these young guys will be hoping to push for higher honours as they go further through their careers.
As Dakin continues from the northern end here at North Port Oval, where we have Rod Barton, who has yet to open his account, and Josh Warren is one at the moment, so just taking his time.
And that's worked off his pads there by Warren for a single.
Flicks off the toes for 1.
Dakin getting a little bit too straight there. Obviously now with the 2 right-handed batsmen, got to adjust his line. He's been bowling at off stump to left-handers, which is leg stump to the right-handers, and just hasn't adjusted there.